People get angry because they have not dealt with something within. They have not dealt with a battle within themselves. So they exhibit their lack of dealing with self by attacking other people. So that means we get angry with other people because we have not dealt with our inner turmoil. We have not dealt with that inner anger. We have not dealt with that inner disappointment. We have not dealt with um, accepting the fact that we've made bad decisions. And instead of dealing with that and facing off with those inside battles, that inside turmoil, we take it out on other people. Deep, huh? It's sad, but it's a reality. And you can see that reality more and more during this pandemic because people are lashing out at each other for no reason whatsoever, simply because they have not dealt with their anger, their bitterness, their strife, their um, prejudice, their lack, their disappointment in their choices. They haven't dealt with that. And so people tend to take all that inner turmoil and just push it down, push it down, push it down. And when they get angry, they attack other people. So it's very important that we take time out, as painful as it may be, to deal with ourselves. I have to deal with me. You can't deal with me. I have to get to the point in my life where I look in the mirror and I deal with me, the good, the bad, the ugly, the indifference, and not take out your frustration with yourself on someone else. That's exactly why you're not in a long-term relationship. That's exactly why you're at, ooh, what's the word I want to do? You're having a battle with everyone you come across. You are that type of person that you argue about everything. Someone could say the sky is blue, and the sky is blue, and you'll argue with them that it's a purplish pink. I worked retail. That was my career for 17 years. And I was able to rub shoulders with many, many type of people from all over the world. And it amazed me. My nastiest customer wasn't about anything that I did. It was simply that they were mad at themselves, or they were angry with themselves, or they have not dealt with their emotions themselves. Um, if you're going through a divorce, that's not my problem. So don't get mad at me. You see where I'm going with this? If you have just been diagnosed with a disease or a condition, don't blame that on me. So don't come up in my store and attack me for something that you haven't dealt with you. That is the root cause of all arguments, even political arguments. It's not about right, left, blue, green, up, down, conservative, liberal. It's not about that. People are getting into knockout, drag out fights over politics When it's all our opinion. When are we going to get to the point where we're allowed to speak our opinion and not offend you or you offend me? It's just your opinion. In order to be successful on this walk on this earth, in this dimension and time that you're in right now, you're going to have to deal with you. Just like I have to take time out to deal with me. I have to deal with my emotions, my attitude, my anger, my bitterness. That's all of me dealing. And the same with you. So the next time that you get in an argument with somebody, or you even think about getting in an argument with somebody, stop in your tracks, walk away, and go deal with you. Shh. Everything doesn't take a response. That's a hard lesson to learn. That's something I've had to learn. That's something you're going to have to learn. Everything does not take a response. It does not. Even if I was looking, I read an article about this woman who had a Confederate flag towel on the beach, and this woman, and I'm not going to put color to it because you can figure it out. This woman decided to confront her about her towel that had the Confederate flag and got in practically a knockout, drag out fight over this woman's towel that had a Confederate flag. Now, this is my opinion. Why? Why did the other woman have to say anything about her towel with a Confederate flag? What was her towel with the Confederate flag doing to her? Do you know what a bigger person this person would have been if they could have walked by and not even looked at them, didn't say a thing, didn't even let it bother them? Do you know that makes a better point than saying something? Because at the end of this day, your reaction to an inanimate object, I think I said that right, um, makes you look bad, not the person that has the towel. It's a towel with a Confederate flag, and yes, I know everybody's opinion behind this Confederate flag. I have my opinion about it, but I sure do not let it bother me. I don't care what it stands for or what you think it stands for or what you're making it stand for. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. Why? Hmm, I'm confused. Tell me why? Why do you think you have to say something to everyone? What would have been wrong if you had to just passed it, walked by it, and gone on with your day? You're not going to change that person. And as the article was, you're not. That person is full of hate and anger and bitterness within herself. And instead of she taking care of herself, she's taking that anger out on other people. So you going back and forth with that type of person hurts you, not them. They're already hurting. They're already destroyed. They're already, yeah, I have my opinion. They're already doomed. Let them live in their anger and bitterness. But when you start responding to other people's little bitty people and their attitude and their disposition and stuff, when you argue with them, it makes you look bad, not them. They're already broke, hurting, angry, bitter. And when it comes to racism and prejudice, you can't change people by screaming at them and having to argue with them. You can't change my mind because you screaming and hollering and threatening. I'm gonna kick your. You're not gonna change my mind because while you threatening me, what do you think's gonna? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? A lot of people had thought they were the bigger and better person are actually dead today because you weren't minding your business. Mind your business. I have to mind my business. What you do has nothing to do with me. And it only affects me if I pretend it affects me. How you do your hair, how you wear your makeup, whatever you do to your life. If you want to wear a Confederate flag as a face mask, why is that bothering me? So as long as you're not verbally attacking me or physically attacking me, and even then, when you verbal attack me, I can walk away. You can talk to yourself and look like a fool. Just because somebody calls me a bitch, it's a word. I had a woman one time call me that, and I told her thank you. She was so shook and appalled she walked away. That was the and I just stopped the conversation right there. Thank you. I didn't have to say anything. But I was having a moment, so I said thank you. Why are we letting other people's words and dispositions affect us to react in such a violent way to the fact that you hurt yourself? I've read and seen so many people that was attacking the person that was offending them, whether they just walked past or by their words, and you end up getting put in jail and ruining your job and your life and your family over someone else. Think about it. Come on. We got to think about it. We're in dangerous times right now with this pandemic because this pandemic is not only killing people off because it's a virus, it's also killing people off because they're committing suicide because of anxiety over this virus and wondering, trying to figure out, and lack of money and lack of food and lack of jobs and lack of everything else. And yeah, then we're going to fight among ourselves. The anxiety that comes along with the unknown that we're living with in 2020 has been one of those years of the unknown, the first for us all. We're all going through it. Why in the world are we attacking each other? I don't care who you plan on voting for. I really don't care. Because at the end of the day, there's going to be a loser and a winner. Period. That's what we teach our kids. We teach our kids as little kids to play a game, and you best not cry or throw the board around because you lost. Because sometimes you're going to have to lose and sometimes you're going to win. You just played again and you mastered it until you do win. And that's the same with politics. There's going to be a winner, there's going to be a loser, and to the loser, whomever that may be, including myself, we're going to pray for the winner and we're going to move on. And then the next 4 years, we're going to try this again. But this is becoming, oh, I didn't mean for this to be political, but this whole political thing on top of the pandemic and the school system and racism and who lives matters and oh my gosh, who lives matters and black life matters, the back and forth, oh my gosh, enough. Take care of yourself. Keep your mouth shut and take care of yourself. What do you need to do within it? What's making you so angry? What is in you that you haven't taken care of, that you have to attack somebody that has a towel with a Confederate flag? Just my opinion. I'm trying to figure out. Hey, I live in a state where I see Confederate flags all the time. So every time I see a Confederate flag, I'm supposed to confront them? I would be the fool. Because usually the one with the Confederate flag is carrying a gun, loaded, legal or illegal. I can't stop a bullet with my words. So I say all that to say this. Let's get a grip of this. Let's take a deep breath. Breathe out. Come on. Relax, relax. Get them needles. Come on, girls, guys, whomever. Get your needles. Relax, relax, and focus on your anger, your battles, your bitterness, your prejudice. Yes, you. Whoever's gotten this far, you deal with your prejudice and your racism. You spend so much energy dealing on you, you won't think about nobody else to better yourself. Figure out what's making you react so violently. Deal with that because I've learned that even myself, if I react violently, there's something that I need to deal with myself. And I'm taking it out on you. And parents, you do that all the time. We do that all the time. We chastise our children. We punish our children. We yell at our children because we're hurting within inside. We've had a bad day at work or somebody said something to us. It's not what the child did. Oh my God, so the kid spilled some milk. Wipe it up. Why do they have to get a beaten and cursed out over some spilt whatever? Come on. Come on, we can do better than that. And in order to survive this year, 2020, which has been the year from hell, if we all live through it, let's come out of this better. Get the needles, come knit, relax, and chat. So, subscribe, like. I'd like you to comment on how you are dealing with yourself, not nobody else. Don't regurgitate the news. That's what a lot of people are doing. They're just regurgitating the news. They haven't even done any research. Don't let me go on that tirade. That's a whole different tirade. Regurgitating what somebody else says. You need to do your own research, just like you need to read your own Bible and not take a pastor's word for it. Um, so go ahead and comment how you are taking time out for you and bettering you and cleaning up you and searching your heart, becoming a better person and controlling your reactions, controlling your actions, controlling your words. Comment. What do you do? You know, the main thing I do is I do not listen to the news. Very little. Because the news is toxic. The news is fake. The news is brainwashing. It's basically like being in the cult, listening to somebody leading you to the slaughter. So at the end of the day, the little bit of news that I do listen to, I have to spend a lot of time dissecting it. And I dissect it by listening to all kind of avenues and putting pieces together and pulling up the CDC website and life science website and checking it out for myself to see if it's true. And a lot of what they're saying on the news is not the whole truth and nothing but the truth. It's the same as going to church and believing in a preacher that's only picking out scriptures to convict you and to get in your pocketbook, and you didn't do what God wanted you to do, which is to study to show yourself approved, a workman that need not be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. Study your word for yourself. Don't take his word for it. So why are we taking the news word for it? Then we're fighting among ourselves because we're regurgitating what we heard and we didn't even research to see if it's factual. That's a lot. Yeah. So subscribe, like. I'd like to hear what you're doing to stay sane during this time. And guys, thank you so much for your support and your following and all of you. Guys, awesome. I'm trying to grow this YouTube channel and I'm doing it my way. And if you like it, go ahead and subscribe and check me out. And for you guys that have put a comment in there, you guys are awesome. Thank you for your comment. So I'll see you in the next video. I'm going to continue to knit and relax and just chill and work on me. Bye.